Look around you. In this moment, somewhere, someone is standing on the edge of giving up. Maybe it's you. Maybe you feel like the weight of the world is crushing your spirit, that every door has slammed shut, every light has flickered out, and every voice inside your head is screaming, quit. But what if I told you, what if I promised you that even when it feels impossible, even when every sign says no, even when your own heart feels broken and beaten down, there is still one single truth you must never forget. If there's even 1% chance, one sliver of hope, then you owe it to yourself to fight. Because that 1% is everything. That 1% is the difference between giving up your dream and standing up to claim it. It is the seed from which all miracles grow, the margin where champions are made, the whisper of your future self saying, don't stop now. You see, life will try to break you, pain will try to stop you, fear will try to paralyze you, but the power to rise, to battle back, to defy the odds, that power lives in you. Today I'm here to show you how to tap into that fire, how to own that 1%, and how to fight, not because it's easy, but because your life depends on it. Are you ready to learn how to unleash that unstoppable warrior inside you? And listen closely, because your fight starts now. Listen, I want you to feel this right now. Sometimes all it takes is a spark. That's it. Not a blazing fire, not a full plan that's bulletproof and foolproof. Just a tiny spark. Because that spark, the 1% chance you're holding on to, it's all you need to start everything. Every breakthrough, every victory, every transformation begins with that small flicker of belief. Think about every success story you know. Nobody started with certainty. Nobody had a guarantee that the path would be easy or that the results would come quickly. They started with a single thought, a single idea, a single moment where they said, what if it works? That what if is the seed. That 1% possibility is the invitation to fight. And that invitation, my friend, is the difference between standing still and stepping forward. The moment you decide to fight for that 1%, you're making a commitment to refuse to give in to the voice inside your head that says it's too hard, it's not for me, I'm not good enough. That voice, it's a liar. It thrives on fear and feeds on hesitation. But you're stronger than that. You have the power to choose courage over comfort, persistence over quitting. It's easy to look at the odds and feel overwhelmed, to look at the mountain ahead and convince yourself it's impossible. But the truth is, the mountain doesn't care what you think. The mountain is there to be climbed, not to scare you off. Every step forward is progress. Every small action you take moves you closer. And that 1% chance, it's the reason to keep moving, to keep pushing, to keep fighting when your body screams for rest and your mind begs for surrender. What's so beautiful about that tiny chance is that it's all you need. It doesn't matter if it's buried deep beneath doubt and fear. It doesn't matter if it's hidden by 1,000 reasons to quit. That 1% has the power to reshape your entire life if you grab hold of it and refuse to let go. So when life knocks you down, when people tell you it's over, when every sign points to defeat, remember that 1%. Remember that a spark can become a flame can become a fire, and a fire can light up the darkest nights. Your fight isn't about having all the answers or knowing exactly how it will end. It's about showing up, stepping in and saying, I'm here. I'm not done yet. Because the truth is, 1% is all you ever needed. Never forget that. You know, the biggest battle you'll ever face isn't out there in the world. It's not in your job, your relationships, or the challenges life throws at you. The fiercest fight happens right here, inside your mind. Your mind can be your greatest weapon or your harshest prison warden. It's the place where freedom is won or lost. Think about it. Every limit you feel, every hesitation, every moment of doubt, those all come from the stories your mind tells you. You can't do this. You're not enough. It's too late. These thoughts aren't facts. They're just thoughts. And the crazy part is, you have the power to change them. You're the only one who can decide what your mind believes and what it rejects. The mind is a muscle. It gets stronger the more you train it. And if you don't train it, it will run wild, dragging you down with fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs. Here's the truth. Your mind doesn't care if what you want is difficult or easy. It just wants to keep you safe. It wants to protect you from pain, from failure, from discomfort. But that safety is a trap, because real growth, real success happens on the other side of discomfort. The fight isn't about making your mind believe in a fairy tale. It's about teaching it to be your ally, your partner, your biggest fan. When there's even 1% chance, your mind will try to talk you out of fighting. It will flood you with reasons to quit. It's not worth it. You're wasting your time. You don't have what it takes. And if you let it win, you will never move forward. But if you challenge those thoughts, if you refuse to accept the story that says you're powerless, you create a new reality. You build a mindset that sees opportunity where others see obstacles. You become unstoppable. You have to speak to your mind like a champion. Every time doubt creeps in, confront it. Say, I am capable. I am worthy. I will fight for my future. Repetition rewires your brain. It shifts your identity. You go from someone who fears failure to someone who embraces challenge. And that shift, that transformation, changes everything. Your mind is not your enemy. It's your greatest tool, but it requires discipline, awareness, and courage to master it. When you do, that 1% chance no longer feels like a flicker in the dark. It becomes a beacon, a call to action, the reason you get up when the world wants you down. Remember, if you don't control your mind, it will control you. And if there's even 1% chance, you must fight. Because your mind, when trained and unleashed, can move mountains. Most people, when faced with overwhelming doubt, make the mistake of quitting too soon. They look at the mountain ahead and see nothing but impossible odds. They see 99% chance of failure and decide it's not worth the fight. And that's where the world loses its champions. Because champions don't wait for certainty. They move forward fueled by that 1% chance, that small flicker of belief that says, maybe this is possible. Think about it. When you look at any great achievement, any breakthrough, you'll find is always born from faith. Faith not in certainty, but in possibility. Greatness never waits for perfect conditions. It doesn't wait until all the lights are green or the path is clearly marked. It's messy, uncertain, and filled with setbacks. But champions, they embrace the chaos because they know the value of that 1%. When everyone else is standing on the sidelines, paralyzed by fear, the champion is the one who steps into the arena. They are willing to risk failure because they understand something powerful. The moment you quit, you guarantee defeat. But when you hold on just a little longer, fight just a little harder, you open the door for miracles to happen. Because that 1% chance can grow, it can multiply, and it can change everything. I want you to imagine how many dreams die every day simply because people stop too soon. They lose hope when the going gets tough. They listen to the voices that say it's impossible or you're not enough. But those voices, they don't know your heart. They don't know the fire burning inside you. The difference between the average and the extraordinary is that the extraordinary keep going even when the odds scream no. It's not about being reckless or ignoring reality. It's about choosing to believe in yourself despite the obstacles. It's about committing to the fight even when you're exhausted, even when you don't see immediate results. Because in that commitment, you find strength, you find resilience, you find a power inside you that no one can take away. You see, champions aren't born with special gifts. They're made in the moments when they refuse to quit. When they decide that their 1% chance is worth more than all the reasons to stop. They know that the path to success is paved with persistence. They understand that faith is not about blind optimism, it's about stubborn determination. So when you face doubt, and you will, remember this: the world is full of people who gave up at 99% doubt. Be the one who rises with that 1% belief. Hold on to it like your life depends on it, because it does. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Your fight is worth it. Never forget, most people quit at 99% doubt, but champions rise with 1% belief. Pain is inevitable. It will come knocking on your door whether you want it or not. Life doesn't care about your plans or your timing. Pain shows up, sometimes softly, sometimes like a thunderstorm. But here's what most people don't realize. Pain itself is not the enemy. It's temporary. It's a moment in time. Because what really lasts is the choice you make when pain comes knocking. Do you let it break you? Or do you let it build you? Yeah. Regret, on the other hand, is a far heavier burden. Regret is the poison that creeps in when you look back and realize you didn't fight hard enough. When you let that 1% chance slip through your fingers because you were afraid, tired, or unsure. That kind of pain doesn't fade away. It stays with you, haunting your nights and clouding your days. Regret is the pain of a battle not fought, the pain of silence when you should have roared. You have a choice every single day. You can choose to fight through the discomfort, the fear, the uncertainty, or you can choose to walk away and carry the weight of what could have been. And here's the truth. There is no easy path to victory. There is no shortcut that spares you pain, but there is a path that transforms pain into power, wounds into wisdom, and scars into strength. When you fight, you are not just fighting for a dream or a goal. You're fighting for your freedom. The freedom to live without looking back and wondering if you gave it your all. You're fighting for your peace of mind, knowing that no matter the outcome, you stood tall and refused to surrender. That kind of fight, that kind of courage is priceless. The discomfort you feel right now, the doubts, the fears, the exhaustion is temporary. It will pass. But the choice to fight, to push through, to keep going despite everything, that choice builds a legacy inside you that lasts forever. It shapes your character and carves a path for others to follow. I want you to see pain in a new light, not as a punishment, but as a signal. A signal that you're alive, that you're in the arena, that you're doing something that matters, because growth always comes with discomfort. Every champion you admire has faced pain. Every hero in history has walked through fire. What separates them from everyone else is that they refuse to let pain be the end of their story. So when you feel like giving up, when the fight feels too hard, remember this: pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. Choose the fight that leads to freedom. Choose to stand, to battle, to claim your life, because you deserve nothing less. Pain will come, but regret is a choice. Progression is not about giant leaps or perfect conditions. It's about persistence. It's about showing up every day, putting one foot in front of the other, and refusing to give up, even when the road ahead looks long and uncertain. You might not see it at first, but that 1% chance you're holding on to, it grows when you commit yourself fully. When you bring 100% of your heart, your focus, your energy to that tiny spark, you create momentum that can't be stopped. Most people want progress to come wrapped in instant results, quick wins, and easy fixes. But real progress is messy, it's slow, it's uncomfortable. It's about doing the hard work when no one is watching. It's about grinding through the setbacks and staying committed even when the excitement fades. Because the truth is that 1% chance won't get you anywhere if you don't feed it with your relentless persistence. Think about a seed. It doesn't become a towering tree overnight. It needs time, water, sunlight, and care. Sometimes it looks like nothing is happening beneath the surface. But inside, roots are growing deeper, preparing for a breakthrough. Your progress is exactly the same. You might not feel like you're moving forward every single day, but if you keep showing up, you're building a foundation that will support massive growth. Here's the key. Persistence isn't just about working hard. It's about working smart. It's about learning from every failure, adapting, and finding new ways to push forward. It's about understanding that failure isn't the end of the road. It's feedback. It tells you where to adjust, where to grow, and where to fight harder. When you embrace persistence like this, that 1% chance starts to become more than just a flicker. It becomes a flame. You also have to understand that comfort is your enemy in this fight. The moment you settle for comfort, you stop growing. You stop pushing. But that 1% chance, it lives outside your comfort zone. It lives in the place where you're willing to take risks, to fail, to get up, and to try again. When you commit 100% to that fight, you choose growth over ease, progress over procrastination, and courage over fear. Remember, every great story you admire is filled with persistence. The people who achieved greatness didn't have perfect lives or perfect plans. They had imperfect journeys fueled by an unwavering commitment to keep going. They made a choice to persist long enough for that 1% chance to turn into real, tangible results. So no matter where you are right now, no matter how small that chance seems, if you bring your full commitment, your full effort, and your full heart, you will move forward. You will break through. You will win. Because progress loves the persistent. You were not born to surrender. That's a truth you need to feel deep in your bones. There is a fire inside you, a force, a power that was placed there for a reason. It's not by accident that your heart is still beating, still fighting, still yearning for something greater. If you listen closely, that 1% chance you hold on to is more than just hope. It's a call from your soul telling you that the fight isn't over, not by a long shot. So many people give up too soon because they forget who they really are. They forget that within every struggle, every challenge, every moment of despair, there's a warrior waiting to rise. This warrior doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It shows up, it stands tall, and it fights. Even when the odds are stacked against it, life will try to break you. It will throw every challenge it can at you, but it can never take away what's inside you unless you let it. The power to endure, to overcome, to keep going, that power belongs to you. It's yours to claim. It's yours to protect. It's yours to unleash. I want you to imagine your life as a story, one with chapters filled with victories and defeats, with moments of doubt and moments of clarity. The question is, what kind of hero are you going to be in this story? Will you be the one who surrenders when the going gets tough, or will you be the one who digs in, who refuses to quit, who fights for every inch of ground? That 1% chance is more than a number, it's a promise. It's the promise that you still have more to give, more to learn, more to conquer. It's the whisper that says, get up, you're not done yet. And when you answer that call, something incredible happens. You tap into a strength that goes beyond physical ability or knowledge. You tap into a strength that's born from sheer will and unbreakable spirit. You've faced hardships before and you've survived. You've felt pain and you've healed. You've been knocked down and you've stood back up. That's proof. Proof that you were made for this fight. Proof that surrender is not in your DNA. So no matter what battle you're facing right now, no matter how small that chance feels, remember this. The fight isn't over because you're still here. You're still breathing. You still have that fire inside. That's your power. That's your edge. And it's more than enough. You were not born to surrender.